What's up? I am Paul. I'm the creator of this companion. Just wanted to take a quick opportunity to give you a quick walkthrough of what this dashboard is going to be able to do for you. Hopefully, you'll see as much value in it as I did. As I started my podcasting journey, I realized there was all these administrative tasks that I had all over the place and just thought that this was going to be a nice way to organize everything to keep me on the path. So we'll walk through a quick demo to show you what is capable of this, give you some insights on it, and then we can just kind of take it from there. So as you open up the Podcaster's Companion, you'll see here there's a bunch of tabs at the top, and I'll kind of explain to you my thinking. So the way that this is organized is kind of chronologically how I think about my process. You might want to change yours based upon your workflow, but the first thing that you want to do is you want to create a season so you can start brainstorming what types of things you want to add in that season. What are your topics going to be? What type of guests you're going to have? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to add a season, and you can add your season by just clicking on here. And as you open this up, it's going to give you a tool just so you can start processing that. So this is going to be season 1. You're going to create a subtitle for what it is. If you want to add a guest, you can add it here, or you can then move on. There's also going to give you some secret tools on things that you need to think about as you're planning your season. What is the theme? Who is it for? What kind of guests you're going to invite? How many episodes you're going to have? So this is kind of where you're brainstorming all of your seasons. As you develop your season and you're going to start booking guests, and you can go over to the next tab, your guest tab. Again, you can click on here to add your guest, and as you open this up, it's going to give you everything that you should be collecting for when you're booking a guest. So the name, the company, their email, all their contact details, any of the socials, if they have a bio. This is also going to help you track your media release forms that you want to send to all of your guests to give you the rights to use their name and their likeness. When it was returned, you can provide a copy of it in there. Keep track of when you're recording, the time and the date, what their link is, when that episode is going to be published. If you want to know what episode, you can add it here, or you can go and add the episode from the episode dashboard. And again, here are some simple things that you need to keep in mind as you're booking your guests. Any specific notes that you want to add, if they have any requests or accommodations, how do you know the person? What does this person have to offer? Any particular interview questions? So these are all kinds of things that as you're planning your guests and brainstorming, answer some of these questions to make sure that it's going to make sense for you. Moving over here, you have your episodes. And so you have your guest, you have your season. Open up your episode. It's going to help you, again, kind of go through these steps here and formalize what you may need. When is it going to be scheduled? What's the name of the episode? What's the episode number? What kind of category does it fall in? Where you're at in the process with that, the topic that you're going to be discussing, the release date, the date that you published it, the thumbnail that you created for it, if you recorded a trailer, the links for both YouTube and the podcast feed. If you have a sponsor, you can add them there or use the sponsor database. And then, the social media schedule, if you're going to do anything on socials, the episode introduction that you want to write out. What are the 3 main points you want to discuss? What's your conclusion? And then here is a way for you to keep track of all of your assets. So, every interview you do on a podcast, depending on which company you're using, you should have some audio files, some video files. Some of them may separate the files, so you have a way to put your guest audio separate from your host audio or the combined audio. Same thing with the video, any B-rolls, any artwork or logos that you need to track. So anytime you want to go back to this, you can always have all the information there. And then there's different, views. You could look at the pipeline, the seasons, your release schedule, your list, if you want it in the gallery version. And you can feel free to tweak this out. Any sponsors that you're looking to build, people that are willing to pay you money. There are 3 different ways they could be a sponsor, right? They're either going to be an affiliate, or it's a collaboration, or a sponsorship. And then you could keep track of all that, who your contact person is, what their website is, are there any assets, what's the coupon code, what's the affiliate link that you're going to provide in your description, did you sign a contract, where you're at with that, what the offer is for the consumers, what your deliverables are, when it's due, do you have to submit it to the sponsor before you record it, when you submitted it to them. And then again, it gives you an opportunity to add any media or files that you may need to add to that, and a place for you to load all of that in there. And then for those of you that are on the pro version, you move forward, you have your social media schedule. So this will allow you to keep track of everything you need to do on your socials. The way I look to do it is start kind of figuring out, is it a TikTok post? Which channel are you going to use? Then you can name it, associate it with the episode, when you're supposed to post it, any tags, and then you can mark it off as completed. And then you can take a look at the schedule here. Same thing with promotional opportunities. Again, a database. If you click on here, you can add any types of events that you have planned to market your podcast, whether it's another podcast that you're speaking on, some speaking engagement, if it's a conference. You can track all that here throughout the process, where it's going to be, what kind of format is it that you're doing that, who the person is, all their contact information, the event, the date that it's going to happen. If they have a website to link to the event, you can track all that there. And then over here, it gives you all the reference materials. So I accumulated hundreds of hours of research as I was building out my podcast, willing to share it with you. Most of these are YouTube videos on various topics. You can search by the type over here, whether it's a YouTube video, whether it's a marketplace. These are places that help you find guests, or places that will help book you as a guest, hosting companies where you're going to host your podcast, some courses, and any digital books that I found. And again, here's a list of different resources in the list view, or you can use the gallery view. And you can sort this any way that you want that works in your workflow. So this is all some very helpful information as I was building out my podcast. I took huge value in being able to keep everything organized, so much so that I'm going to have different digital companions being released for all of my other endeavors and projects. Make sure that you stay tuned. Hopefully this demo helped you with your understanding of this. I am certainly available for some one-on-one consulting if you want to talk through some different ideas. Feel free to build this out, have your way with it, add automations, add widgets, anything that you want to do. Everything that I did in design is done with the basic Airtable subscription. I am on the free version. Wanted to make sure that anybody who's on the free version will be able to use it. I do appreciate you downloading it and supporting an independent creator like myself. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check out my other videos, because I do have a lot of different things on how you can improve your life and your business by using the digital resources that are available with us, different tools, tips, tricks, and resources. I'm your boy, Paul. I appreciate you supporting me on my journey. Hopefully, I'll hear from you and get to understand your journey. Take care.